Siguro unahin ko muna ho yung sa CAAP. I think that's Mr. Hoya. Tama po ba? During that day ho, nung January 25, was there flight permit para lumipad ho dun sa area ng Mama Sapano?
Good morning, Your Honor. Meron po from Zamboanga. Meron pong nag-file ng flight plans for flight over Cotabato.
Can you please provide the committee yung permit ho na yun?
I will provide the committee. Yes,
Sa Zamboanga po ba ito o sa Mama Sapano?
Your Honor, sa Zamboanga po ang point of departure, ang flight plan po nila ay papuntang Cotabato. Then, bumalik po sa Zamboanga yung ibang aeroplano.
Tapos the next day ho, noong January 26, lumabas na rin ho yung litrato ng isang helicopter. Meron din ho bang flight permit ho yan?
Meron din po. Ang mga aeroplano po ay dalawang fixed wing at isa pong helicopter. At meron din pong dalawang aeroplano ng operated ng Philippine Air Force 15th Strike Wing from Zamboanga.
Can you please submit to the committee?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Sasabit po.
Let's move kay Secretary Deles and Professor Ferrer. Nung na-inform na ho kayo na may ganong encounter between government forces and the MILF, did any one of you call the President?
Oh, Your Honor.
So, hindi nyo ho nakita yung kahalagahan na sabihan ng ating Presidente na mukhang magkakaproblema yung peace process kasi nagkaroon ng engagement between the MILF and government. Kasi katulad na rin ho dun sa sinabi ni Professor Ferrer kahapon, since nagkaroon tayo ng ceasefire, walang ganitong pangyayari. So, hindi nyo ho naisip kung na dapat nating sabihan ng ating Presidente?
Ako ho hapon na ho nung nalaman ko, nung napaalam sa akin. Mga 5 o'clock na ho. So by that time, ang alam ko ho ay alam na rin doon ng Presidente.
Professor Ferrer.
I was informed by the chair of our ceasefire committee, General Galvez, at 7:38 a.m. At that time, the information was still very, very incomplete. But I know that everything falls within the chain of command, meaning if the CCH is already there and we have a deputy commander of the Western Mindanao Command who chairs our CCCH, and they're already working in order to institute the ceasefire, lahat po ng bagay na yan nakapasok na sa chain of command. So hindi po ako nakakadiretso sa presidente pagdating sa ganyang klaseng operational level.
Between the two of you, bakit si Secretary Deles 5 o'clock niya nalaman? You knew already nung 7:30 ng umaga, you did not inform the Secretary?
It's because the information was still emerging at 7:30. As you can imagine, General Galvez was traveling from Iligan at the time to get to the site and they were doing all the phone calls. So, hindi po buo yung information until na-organize na yung ating crisis committee at about 11 o'clock. So by that time, meron na pong kaliwanagan kung ano talaga yung nangyari.
So at 11 o'clock, hindi niya pa rin tinawagan si Secretary Deles?
Hindi pa rin po. Kasi that was a Sunday and we give some time for our secretaries to rest on a Sunday. Pero nung 5 o'clock na po at nakita natin, ganito na po ang nakasulat na nakuha na natin information, that's when we started talking. And I learned that, and she informed me also that the President was already aware of the situation.
She informed you what time?
Mga 5 ho, yun.
Kaya nga, nung 11 o'clock ho, pinagpahinga niyo muna si Secretary Deles kahit alam niyo nagpapatayan na dun sa Mama Sapano. When Secretary Deles has access to the President para ma-feed din niya ng tamang information ng ating Presidente.
I think the President knew that the Secretary knew that the President was in Zamboanga at the time. In fact, we talked the day before about the President's trip to Zamboanga City. So, sa chain of command po, talagang paakyat po talaga kasi itong bagay na to, ang AFP po ang involved na matapos yung insidente.
Sige po. Kay Director na Peñas, when you met with the President ng January 9, tama po ba? Was there an order from the President to coordinate with CCCH?
Wala po, Your Honor, ganun na direct order. Wala po.
So AFP lang ho, tsaka AFP lang ho yung sa instructions niya.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tapos nung nandun ho kayo, hinanap po niya ba si OIC Espina? Kasi alam naman ho natin, during that time, suspendido na si General Purisima. So, hinanap po ba siya ng Pangulo?
No, Your Honor.
So, hindi kayo nasabihin na parang, nasa na si OIC Espina? Walang ganon.
Wala pong ganun na tanong, Your Honor.
Thank you po. Kay General Katapang naman po, from January 9 to January 25, did you ever receive a text or a phone call from the President? Parang checking lang ho, General, kinontak ka na ba ni Director Peñas or ni OIC Espina tungkol dun sa pagko-coordinate nyo dun sa Oplan Exodus?
Madam Chair, Your Honor, none. Walang contact, Your Honor.
So wala akong ganong effort.
Wala po, Your Honor.
Sige po. Kay Secretary Mar naman po, and just a gentle reminder because last hearing ho, when I asked you if you informed the President, parang hindi ho nakasagot. And then yesterday, nabanggit nyo na you texted pala the President ng 8 o'clock. You are under oath, so please kindly tell the truth. Di ba nag-text ho kayo ng 8 o'clock sa Presidente? Did he text back?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if I may, I have been and always will tell the truth. I did not at any time commit what you are implying in your statement, Madam Senator. Number two, at that last hearing, I said I do not recall. Let me reconstruct my text messages, which I then reported to the Senate floor exactly as it was in the last hearing yesterday. So, and then in answer to your question, yes, the President texted back.
And what was his text?
Thank you.
Thanks lang ho.
No, not thanks.
Thank you. Okay. So, nung nakita ho kayo sa airport, no mention at all?
None.
Tapos, napag-usapan nyo na lang ho ulit nung nag-landing na kayo sa Zamboanga because according to General Guerrero, there was a briefing ng 11 o'clock. Tama po ba?
Prior to 11 o'clock, at some point, the President verbally mentioned to me, parang find out what's happening nga. Because bakit sila umaatras? 160 sila, 20 ang kaaway. Which I then texted to OIC Espina.
So, napag-usapan nyo sa aeroplano, pag-landing nyo, bago kayo lumipad?
Bago nagsimula yung briefing sa Zamboanga, there was no conversation on the plane.
So, nung pag-land ho, you were given instructions. Who did you text or call?
Deputy Director General, OIC, PNP, Espina.
Sige, tapos there was a briefing ho ng 11 o'clock. Tama ho ba, General Guerrero?
Madam Chair, Your Honor, yung briefing po nung alas 11 is not about the Mama Sapano. It was about the car bomb blast in Giwan. Ang sinasabi po namin nung unang hearing po, yung briefing ko po na tungkol sa incident is alas 5 po ng hapon.
If I remember correctly, General Guerrero, sinabi niyo ho kahapon at 11 o'clock, you briefed the President. And we were talking about Mama Sapano, we were not talking about Zamboanga.
Madam Chair, Your Honor, kung yung ibig mong sabihin po yung briefing, I presented a chart and a timeline. That po, nahapon po yung nangyayari. Yung what I said yesterday about 11 o'clock is when I was called by the President to a room inside the briefing area of the Edwin Andrews Air Base. yung po tinanong ako anong nangyayari sa Central Mindanao. It's not a briefing na per se na meron pong charts. It's a question asked of me kung ano po yung update doon sa Central Mindanao based on...
So kayong dalawa lang ho yung nag-usap doon?
No, Your Honor. We were 4 in the room.
And who was with you?
I was with the Secretary of National Defense and the Secretary of Interior, Your Honor.
General Katapang was not with you?
He was outside in the conference area. So it was only about 11 to 12 o'clock. Tinanong lang po ako ng Presidente kung ano po ang alam ko doon sa Mama Sapano incident. So I updated him about the information that I got from General Espina, General Purisima, General Lapeñas, and from my division commander, Your Honor.
Can you expound kung ano ho yung talagang sinabi niyo sa Pangulo? Kumbaga yung detalye.
It's actually yung na-receive ko po yung information about 6:04 a.m. from my call from Deputy Director General Espina, and the series of calls that I made to General Purisima and to General Pangilinan. I also mentioned that General Lapeñas called me up and he was requesting for assistance. So I informed the President that I already gave directive or a guidance to my division commander that he should support the SAF in Maguindanao, Your Honor.
But you did that, hindi niyo sinabi specifically what kind of support yung inutos ng ibigay.
The request for support is to assist the withdrawing SAF troops in the area. We did not have any idea. I do not know about the operation. I was only informed, but at that moment, yung 6 o'clock or 4 a.m., and so based on that information, I gave a guidance to the division commander to provide the necessary support, Your Honor.
And meron ho ba sa inyo nagsabi sa Presidente na, alam niyo ho, hindi ho to na-coordinate sa amin, ngayon lang ho namin nalaman to. Did any one of you parang told the President na nagulat kayo na may ganun palang operation?
I believe I also mentioned that, Your Honor.
And ano ho yung, based dun sa information na binigay niyo sa kanya, ano ho yung instruction sa inyo?
I don't remember exactly because he was just asking me on what is happening in that area because that is my area of responsibility, Your Honor.
Parang there was no clear instructions.
Ang nangyari po ay tinanong lang po ako ng update, Your Honor.
Sige po, and then after that 11 o'clock, when was the next update given to the President?
I did not talk to the President after that meeting because we were discussing already the G1 car bomb blast from 1100 down to the time before they left for a tour of the different hospitals and the blast site as well as the Zamboanga City Jail, Your Honor.
I guess
Madam,
si Secretary Gasmin or Secretary Rojas.
Madam Chair, sometime at 3:30 thereabouts, the DIPO means Director for Integrated Police Operations for Western Mindanao, Ed Inking, came to me on the bus and showed me a text from the CCCH. This is the Ceasefire Cessation of Hostilities Committee, indicating that more than 20 deaths already were being reported. This is the first information that I received that the death toll was this number, and I was stunned. I immediately signaled the SecVolts and went down from the bus and went back up to the hospital because the President was still upstairs in the hospital, and reported this to the President.
So kayo ho yung nagsabi sa Presidente because you remember the last time I was asking who told the President and not one of you answered me. So ngayon, no, sinasabi niyo nung 3 o'clock, you talked to the President because of this report that you got from Typo. Tama po ba?
Ma'am, I am not aware of as to who the President was talking to at various times of the day.
No, at 3 o'clock. Kasi
At
di ba,
at 3 o'clock, I'm just telling you what I know. What I know is at 3 o'clock, I went to the President to report what Ed Inking had showed me, which he had just received from CCCH.
and what was the reaction of the President?
At that time, I think Sec Bolts brought in Westmincom. And this was in the, I forget the name of that particular hospital.
So at 3 o'clock, ho, General Guerrero, you briefed again the President or you talked about it?
I also received the same, I think, I'm not sure if it's the same text because I got a message from General Galvez regarding the more than, I think, 27 verified killed troopers. So I went down the bus and proceeded to the hospital, I think it's Ciudad Medical Center, because I felt that it's already, this is a serious part of the ongoing incident in Mamasapano. So I went up the hospital and proceeded to the area where the President was. And during that time, nag-uusap po si Presidente, si Secretary of National Defense at Secretary Interior in the corner at the end, in the hospital. So lumapit na po ako dahil alam ko po na masama na po yung balita.
So, pagdating niyo doon, parang alam na ni Presidente. Pero yung information niyo came from Typo, hindi yung galing kay General Pangilinan? Or yung tao on the ground?
It came from General Galvez, who had people on the ground because they were already effecting the ceasefire. So meron pong mga information na nagagather from the people on the ground at nagsabi po na merong about 27 bodies already verified. So is already seryoso na po yung parte na yon, kaya po ako ay umakyat sa ospital para sumunod doon kay Secretary Gasmin. And at that time nag-uusap na po silang tatlo, Your Honor.
May instruction ho ba yung Pangulo sa inyo?
I don't remember him giving me instructions, but I mentioned to him that I already sent 2 helicopters in the morning in anticipation of a medical evacuation requirement of the ground troops. At that time, I still don't have any idea of what's going on, the general picture of the incident in Mamasapano, Your Honor.
General Pangilinan, hindi niyo ho ba ini-inform si General Guerrero kung ano nangyayari sa baba?
I'm informing him, ma'am.
So, General Guerrero, you're being informed by General Pangilinan on what was happening on the ground. So, hindi niyo po pwedeng sabihin na hindi niyo alam yung nangyayari.
Ma'am, as to the number of dead during that time, ma'am, I do not even have that information. So I cannot inform, or I did not inform Commander Westmincom regarding that information because I do not have that information to Your Honor.
Siguro one last question, Madam Chair. General Espina, did you ever call or text the President during that day? Since kayo naman ho talaga yung OIC ng PNP that time.
No, ma'am. I never texted nor called the President. I don't go directly to the President. I always talk to my secretary.
Sige. Isa na lang ho. Because, di ba lumalabas ho ngayon na parang the President is not properly informed. Sino ho ba sa inyo yung talagang may responsibilidad na magsabi sa ating Pangulo kung ano talaga yung nangyayari sa Mamasapano? Kasi para ho sa akin, hindi ho yun si General Purisima because during that time, suspendido ho siya Pero apparently, lumalabas, he is the source of information of the President. So, sino ho ba sa inyo talaga yung dapat na nagsasabi sa ating Pangulo na ganito yung nangyayari sa baba?
Hindi ko po masasagot yung tanong ninyo. Ang masasagot ko lang sa aking panig, Madam Senator, Madam Chair, no? Masasabi lang po namin sa Pangulo kung ano yung alam namin. I think the earlier testimony clearly established that OIC Espina and myself were cut out of the operation. So anong marireport namin sa Pangulo? Hindi nga namin alam kung ano nangyayari. In fact, yung unang pagmumulat mata na napakalaki nitong operasyon na ito at napakalubha ng pangyayari ay alas 3 ng hapon mula sa CCCH. Mula sa Ceasefire Committee on the Ceasefire and Cessation of Hostilities na found its way to Director Inking na nung pinakita niya sa akin, immediately pinakita ko sa Pangulo. So, ang bawat isa naman sa amin may sentido ko muna, hindi ito pangkaraniwan. Hindi naman namin alam na may operasyon nung araw na yon.
Sige, but the President, you right, alam niya ho itong Oplan Exodus eh. At some point, did he tell you, alam ko to, kasi sinabihan ako, kinausap ko si Director Napeñas, kinausap ko si General Purisima. Did he ever disclose that information to any one of you?
Not to me on that day, Madam Chair.
So wala pa. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Bam. Senator Nancy has a quick one question for the resource.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Pwede yes or no answer lang ho dun sa huling tanong ko kanina. Siguro Secretary Gazmin. Kung
Pakiulit po yung tanong ninyo.
Kung nabanggit ho sa inyo ng Presidente na alam niya yung Oplan Exodus nung magkakasama ho kayo sa Zamboanga.
Hindi po nabanggit sa akin, Your Honor.
Thank you. How about General Katapang? Yes or no lang ho?
Your Honor, can you repeat the question?
Kung nabanggit ho sa inyo ng Presidente nung magkakasama ho kayo sa Zamboanga na alam niya yung Oplan Exodus.
No, Your Honor.
Kay General Guerrero po.
Madam Chair, Your Honor, no, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Nancy.